Light is a young boy who dreams of becoming the greatest adventurer in history. By a mistake, he ate a devil fruit that grants him an incredibly powerful skill. Our episode begins with Light, the handsome young man, alongside his friend Lena, discussing extraordinary skills and abilities. Light has a preference for dual swords or swift movement and seeks combat-oriented skills because his dream has always been to become a famous adventurer. This has been his goal since he was a child, and today, finally, he gets the chance to achieve his dream and acquire new skills. As for Lena, her ambition is to gain skills similar to Light's. They talk about a fruit-bearing tree that grants skills upon consumption. Eventually, they arrive at a grand building. Inside, they consume the fruits. Light narrates that all of this began 3 months ago. On the day he ate the fruit of skills, the scientists explained that these fruits grant abilities and allow individuals to pursue careers suited to those skills. However, there is one strict rule. The fruits can only be eaten once in a lifetime. Eating a second one leads to instant death. Many foolish adventurers tried consuming a second fruit, hoping for better skills, but all perished from poisoning. Lena asks Light if he was aware of this, and he confirms, saying sacrifices are necessary. He shares stories of adventurers who gained legendary skills, such as the King of Fists and the Mystic Eye. Inspired, Lena eats her fruit and gains an impressive skill, the Sword Saint's skill. The Saintess is thrilled as she has long awaited such an adventurer, which he initially thinks makes him destined to be a farmer. Furious and disappointed, he exclaims that he wanted to be an adventurer, not a farmer. The Saintess tries to comfort him, explaining that his skill allows him to harvest large quantities of crops and reduce farming time. Lena reassures him, saying she will help him grow fruits and won't leave his side. Together, they'll build a big farm. The Saintess, however, scolds Lena, declaring that the Sword Saint's skill appears only once every 10 years, and Lena must become an adventurer to serve the country. She takes Lena to the city for immediate recruitment. Lena bids farewell to Light, promising to meet him again someday. Back in the present, 3 months have passed. Light has become a famous farmer, harvesting and selling produce for significant profits. One day, after selling his crops, he sees Lena's image displayed on the city walls. She has risen to an S-rank adventurer in record time. Enraged, Light vows to achieve the impossible without combat skills. He begins rigorous sword training. At that moment, a new character, Ella, approaches and greets him warmly. And so the girl named Ayla became part of Light's life. For reasons unknown, the village chief had recently entrusted her to Light, insisting that he take her in. Now they live together, sharing work and responsibilities between them. One evening, they sat down for dinner. Ayla asked Light about his day and the harvest. He replied that everything was going well, especially with the skill fruits, which he had started focusing on cultivating. Light mentioned his plan to save some money to buy a better sword and explained that he had carefully sorted the skill fruits into separate boxes. He then warned Ayla never to eat any of these fruits without his permission, no matter the circumstances. Surbanaza vowed to swear that if anything bad happened after that, she would break her word, and then it would break her. Ayla paused for a moment before confessing that she had used some of the fruits to prepare the soup they were eating. Light was shocked. Memories of the Saintess's warning flashed in his mind, that eating a second skill fruit would cause instant death. Suddenly, a familiar sensation coursed through his body, an intense heat radiating from within, just like the day he first ate a fruit. He feared for his life, but realized it was his fault for not explaining the fruit's danger to Ayla. Collapsing to the ground, Ayla panicked and rushed to his side. To their astonishment, Light stood up moments later, seemingly unscathed. Light was bewildered by what had happened. Not only did he survive, but he also realized he had acquired a new skill, Sword Sovereign. Still, he didn't fully understand its implications. Meanwhile, the Saintess, upon learning of the event, was equally baffled by the turn of events. Back at home, Ayla suddenly fell ill, experiencing a severe headache and fever. Moments later, she discovered she had gained the appraisal skill. Using it, she informed Light that his Fruitmaster skill made him immune to all fruit toxins. Light was stunned and asked how she knew this. Ayla explained that when she looked at him, words describing his abilities appeared in her vision. She also revealed that he now possessed the Sword Sovereign skill, which drastically increased his attack power when wielding a sword. Light decided to test these newfound abilities. He took a sword and ventured into the forest. Striking a tree with all his might, he effortlessly cut it down, confirming the power of his new skill. Overjoyed, Light realized he might be the only person with two skills. The next day, Light and Ayla headed to the city to visit the Adventurers Guild and take on some quests. Upon entering the guild, they were awestruck by its grandeur and the sight of adventurers bustling about. It had always been a dream for them to come here. For Light, however, it wasn't just about earning money. He wanted to test his new skills in real battles and see if he could truly join the ranks of adventurers. Deep down, he also yearned to stand beside Lena once more. Light asked Ayla to sit and wait for him while he secured a quest. Sitting alone, Ayla observed the guild's many powerful individuals, noting that everyone seemed to possess only one skill. This made her realize just how unique Light was with his two skills. Wanting to be helpful, she began gathering information using her appraisal skill. She learned about various abilities, including combat arts, enemy detection, and even charm skills. Ayla resolved to use her findings to support Light in his journey. Jean argues with Light when Light accidentally bumps into him. Jean shouts, "A true adventurer should be able to avoid such things. You're the guy who sells fruits at the market, the Fruitmaster. What are you even doing here in the guild? This is no place for you." Jean attacks Light, but Light managed to stop the attack. Jean's friends are shocked that Light managed to stop the attack. They think to himself, "It seems wielding the sword enhances my reaction speed." Jean speaks to Light, "I went easy on you." His friends then say, "Don't waste your time on him. Let's leave and claim our first glorious victory." They leave, and Light turns to Ayla. "Let's go. I've got a mission too." In the forest, Light and Ayla arrive in the forest, and Light says excitedly, "This is our destination. We'll finally see some monsters." He warns Ayla, "This place is dangerous. Stay behind me." They begin searching for monsters and encounter their first one, a slime. Ayla informs him that slimes have higher defense than most other monsters. Light talks to his sword. The first strike wins. "Don't let me down," sword skill. He charges at the slime and successfully defeats it, exclaiming, "I feel like my sword is incredibly light. The boost to my leg strength was amazing." He tells Ayla, "If we return with parts of the slime, we can trade them for money at the guild." Ayla responds, "I feel bad cutting it up and taking its parts." Encountering the ghoul while cutting the slime, they hear screams. They find Jean and his friends fighting a ghoul, but they are terrified. Jean yells, "What is this ghoul doing here? We met a strange man at the guild." The ghoul charges at them, and they try to flee. Light and Ayla witness the scene. Ayla remarks, "These monsters aren't supposed to appear here." Jean and his friends run away, leaving the ghoul in front of Light. Ayla says, "It's focused on you now. We have no choice but to fight." Light prepares himself. "Defeating this monster will be the perfect start to my career as an adventurer." The ghoul attacks, but Light dodges its blows. Ayla warns him, "Be careful, sword skill doesn't enhance your physical defense. If you fail to dodge, you could die instantly." Light thinks to himself, "I must become the greatest adventurer ever. I'll leave my mark on history. I know the strength in my legs now." He charges at the ghoul, striking it and cutting it in half. Light celebrates, "I did it!" The Fruitmaster and sword skills are both incredible. At the guild, the receptionist says, "You didn't just defeat a slime, but also a ghoul." Light responds, "Yes, here's the ghoul's horn as proof." Jean's friend chimes in, "Yes, we were watching. We can confirm it. This man saved our lives." Everyone rejoices as the Rank S team arrives. Jean says, "Lena is the star of the Rank S Holy Sword team." Light speaks with Lena, but she replies, "I think you've mistaken me for someone else." Light feels disheartened that Lena doesn't remember him. End of the episode. The narrator concludes. Stay tuned for the next episodes. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated.